Well, would you look at that? Kenneth Faried is working on his bank shots, trying to get his Tim Duncan on. I mean, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate the effort. But as you can see just from him here, I mean, it's going okay. Not great. And that's how his season has been. Kenneth Faried, look, he tries hard, but at the end of the day, he's a power forward in 2016 who can't post up and can't stretch the floor. And even if he's working on some post moves here, I don't know if it's going to happen. So let's revisit those trade rumors. How's Markieff Morris doing in Phoenix? Ooh, he's playing like crap. Absolute crap. Which is perfect if they'd want to move him, get a fresh start at power forward. And now let's look at the MVP of the comments section, Thad Young. Now, in theory, he's the perfect guy for us. I mean, can stretch the floor, can run the floor, decent defensively, and weirdly enough, we don't really lose that much at rebounding. So Thad Young would ideally be the guy. However, why would the Nets do a straight-up trade for another power forward? They need draft picks because of Billy King. So honestly, I think it would make sense to just give them one of our picks for Thad Young. I don't think we actually have to give them Kenneth Faried. Weirdly enough, we could kind of get Thad Young for free. That'll be interesting. But anyway, we're going to revisit some trade talk later on in the video. But until then, the team's going to New Orleans, and they left Jusuf Nurkic wide open. He's in the game, and when he's in the game, you got to feed him the ball because it's not going to last very long. Now, luckily for Nurkic, that's really the only thing holding him back, because as a rebounder, a mid-range shooter, and somewhat as a post scorer, he's already pretty solid, whereas Kenneth Faried, I'm just like, dude, what can you do? But Mudiay, I mean, that's just the leader of the team, doing what he does. Trying to play defense on Anthony Davis is about as impossible as you'd think. I had to bring help. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, because Alexis Ajinka got his first basket in ever. And Kenneth Faried, really, man? Of all the things you can't do, the one thing I usually could have counted on was you finishing around the rim on a shot like that. When that doesn't drop, that's not good. And it's also not good when we're not playing D on Anthony Davis. Come on, there's like one guy on this team we should play defense on, and it's him. Now you notice it's already starting to get away from us, okay? They got some momentum going, but the second unit has improved. And we didn't make any drastic changes. It's just kind of a little switch up. But notice Will Barton, who I've struggled with all season, had to change his jump shot around a little bit because the last one was ridiculous. He drops that one in there. He's doing a little better. He's warming up to his role as the ball handler off the bench. And as you'll notice here, even though Mudiay can't actually finish this, the fact that he does that allows Kenneth Faried to do the one thing he excels at, which is grab offensive rebound. And not try to back up off of Tyreek Evans because, I mean, who the hell wouldn't? Goddamn Anthony Davis. Anthony friggin' Davis. I actually had to run Gallinari at the 3 here because there was no way in hell he was going to be able to play the 4 in this game. And then Mudiay. Look at that beautiful play. It's fantastic. I love Emmanuel Mudiay, man. I think I say that every video, but it's truth. He won Rookie of the Month for, November for us? Or December? Whatever the hell. Whatever the first month of the NBA season is, he won Rookie of the Month for that one. Shout out to Quincy Pondexter, who I wanted to trade for that very reason, because he will drop a 3 at the worst possible time for you. And we're starting to lose this one. I got to call upon Mudiay to shoot the worst shot in basketball along 2. That's not good. And then, to put the seal on it, the savior, Eric Gordon, he gonna get fouled, goes to the free throw line. We're down 6. This ain't good. Because it was a tie game for a minute there. We were actually down, made a comeback. I call upon Nurkic's post up. I mean, he's not there yet. He's not there just yet on his post game. We foul Ajinka because why the hell not? And that was about all she wrote in New Orleans. I mean, look, we're going to lose games, alright? It's just growing pains. But now, let's revisit the trade talks. The last episode I mentioned Wilson Chandler. If you look at his season up to this point, he's playing like crap. Not many points, not shooting well from the field. And, after I sent out a little bulletin to the rest of the GMs around the league that Chandler was available, I already got one interesting offer. Chase Budinger straight up for Chandler. It's interesting. Budinger's more athletic. He would speed up the pace a bit. But I don't know, it still seems like a step back, especially on defense. To be honest with you, I don't know what the perfect move for Chandler is, excuse the weird camera angle. We're going to have to wait and let that one brew for a minute. Plus, there is a chance that Chandler is still a good player for us. We're going to find out a little bit in Toronto. And you'll notice that the potential backup for Wilson Chandler, Justin Anderson, who we acquired from the Mavericks, he drops that three-pointer in there, which is awesome because he has not shot the ball well this season so far for us. I make a horrible pass because I'm always prone to do that in a 2K. And so we got to get the ball moving again. I take a really dumb three-point shot with Jameer Nelson. The fact that I shot the ball with Jameer Nelson at all, I shouldn't say that. He's pretty decent from three. It's just everywhere else. He's like the super poor man's version of Chauncey Billups. Anyway, Justin Anderson, once again with another three. Huh. So you're telling me Justin Anderson with the blonde afro might be dropping some three-pointers for us? We go from the blonde afro to the red hair, I should say, on James Johnson. Justin Anderson once again as I was cherry-picking. But now, I want you to notice Joffrey Laverne's defense. Remember, I said I have a real vision for this guy as a defender for us off the bench. You see the defense he played right there on DeMar DeRozan being able to come up on him. But then watch this one. They try to score inside. That's beautiful rim protection right there. It allows us to get the rebound. And then Wilson Chandler, shout out to him, he did something. Maybe he heard that I'm trying to trade him, so he decided to run the floor. I don't know. He's like the slowest small forward in the league, so I don't know. Moutier, he's back in the lineup, and you know what that means? It means things are going to get real. Justin Anderson with the long two. What the hell is going on? I want to trade Wilson Chandler. The backup small forward balls out. Do you see a narrative forming here? I also see a narrative, which is Kenneth Faried. Still has not progressed on that area of his game, which is too bad because that's pretty much the reason I want to get rid of him. I don't need a power forward like that in this day and age. Justin Anderson. He must have heard that Wilson Chandler's on his way out because goddamn, he's balling out. He wants to start. DeMar DeRozan tried whatever that was. I think Kenneth Faried may have blocked that one. Look at this fast break from Justin Anderson to Moutier. That's the first time that happened all season. This is an interesting game. Very interesting. Because Wilson Chandler really hasn't been the shooter or fast break player we've needed all season. But Justin Anderson, though, that makes things more interesting on the trade block.